What if the answer is already waiting in the room, resting just beneath the surface of our ordinary, busy days? We do not sit here to hand down lectures from above. We gather at the table to turn the edges of the mystery over together, looking for the truth in what we share. Let us see what the night reveals.
Every week, a real question arrives from our community. Someone shares a quiet doubt or a sudden wonder that we have all carried alone in the dark. Bring your perspective into the live exchange on YouTube and Facebook right now. Your comments and live questions drive the entire hour forward in real time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 4 of Dear Universe for July. We're in July now. August the 10th. As you see, we're still up in our little paradise we call the park. My name's Kevin the Medium.
I'm Angela.
We gotta come up with a bigger, longer
No,
name.
it's just
Because I'm
Angela.
Kevin the Medium. Then I'm Angela from
I'm
Awaken Your
Angela.
Soul's Journey. There you go. I'm Angela from Awaken Your Soul's Journey.
Okay.
That makes it as long as Kevin the Medium. This is what we do, folks. This is what we do. So we do good where people can hear us, and it's working. Unlike last week where we were panicking. Isn't that a great thing?
Yeah.
What is this? What is this episode about? What are we going to do? We can get rid of that. You want to tell people?
Yeah. Well, I mean, last week we talked about how I saw my cat.
Yeah. As a sign.
Yeah. Showed up.
Just poof.
Followed me into the room.
Why? We said. Why?
We didn't know why.
We know why.
Now we know why.
We had somebody was it that same night that this person
No, it was
sent?
like the next day, maybe.
Okay. They sent this over. How can we navigate the deep grief of losing a pet? Recognize the signs they send us from spirit and begin to heal our hearts while honoring their lasting legacy. Wow. That's a lot to unpack in that question.
Gonna be busy.
Going to be busy. Before we get busy, we're going to say hello from everybody. Anita says hello. Dee says hello. Anita says hello twice. You can't just keep saying hello.
Yes, she can.
Okay, fine. Donna Jackson says good evening. Nancy Jackson. Wonder if they're related. Donna? I don't think they are. You know what? That's a funny thing. Maybe they are, but I don't think they are.
I don't know.
Yeah. So we got Donna saying good evening. We got Nancy saying good evening. So not we all, but most of us have at some point lost a pet. I'm trying to put this as delicately as I can. Sometimes losing your pet, I know for losing my dog, it's harder than losing a loved one. It hits harder.
It can be.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you hear that very much when you're dealing with people going through grief?
Yeah. Well, I think the problem is when you lose a pet, people don't equate it with losing a loved one.
Yes.
So then you don't get acknowledged in your grief. And I think that's what makes it even harder sometimes, is that you just feel like you just need to quickly get over it and move on, because that's kind of what society says. And I mean, we've been told that losing a pet, you can just get another one, right?
Well,
That's what they say.
Yes. And I've had people say that. Well, yeah, you just get another one. I'm like, it doesn't replace the one you lost.
No.
I felt when when we lost Stormy, the German Shepherd, when we had to put her down, and I think that was the key there, is we made that choice for her. And man, that was tough. Not only did we lose her, but we made the choice to end her suffering, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's a really hard thing to do.
Oh,
It's like, well, I mean, when our dog was sick, that was before Blaine passed away. Not much before, like a month-ish. I kept waking up in the morning and thinking, maybe he'll just pass away in the night. That would be easier.
Yeah, right?
Than having to say, okay, we're going to take you to the vet. And,
yes.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah. We actually, and I said it so many times to so many of my clients, we're nicer to our animals at end of life than we are to most humans. Because we don't let our dogs or our cats suffer the way we have seen humans suffer. It's just, it's a thing. It's an accepted part of being the caretaker of that pet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't think we feel like we're allowed to grieve the pets like we are a human.
Well, yes, yeah.
We're just.
I mean, how dare you think that your dog is the same as? Or I'm going to reverse it. How dare I think losing Stormy is on the same level as you losing your husband? Mm-hmm. How can I grieve that when you're grieving? You're losing your husband. Obviously, way different circumstances, but still grief in the same. And you're right. A lot of people will say, well, I'm sorry, but you can't even compare. Your grief can't even compare to my grief.
And I felt that way too. Like when I lost my husband, I felt like there was nobody that could have had worse pain than I had. And there was some comfort in knowing that I was going through the worst. Like, I don't know why,
right?
But it was
nobody's
going through the worst pain.
Yes.
Yeah. It's difficult. It really is.
Well, and society, I mean, yeah, you post it on Facebook and you'll get 150 messages of love saying when you've made the choice to end your pet's life, you'll get 150 comments, condolences, but nobody phones the next day to check to see how you're doing. Nobody checks in a week later. They do when you lose your husband. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that grief different? Is losing a pet different grief than losing a husband? Grief is grief, or is there different stages of grief? I don't even know the proper wording there.
I always say that grief is as different for each person. It's like your fingerprints. Every one is different. And it's relational to the person that you lost and the relationship that you had with that person. It's unique. You can't compare one to the other. It's like comparing an apple to an orange. You can't really do it. It's just the only person that really knows what they're going through is the person that's going through it.
Well, and every grief, like you could have 10 people that lose their husband. Mm-hmm. And each time you interview those 10 people, it's individual. They're not going through the exact same thing.
No, it's never exactly the same.
Right? Grief is that process of grief. Notice that word I'm using, eh?
Yeah.
You're
getting smart.
I am. She's making me smart, folks. The process of grief is very individualized for us, for whatever circumstances that you might go through. I'll use a pet, for example. If you didn't really like that pet and it bit you on a regular basis because it was your spouse's pet, your grief is going to be different than the spouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
has everything to do with your connection with
Yes.
that. And I mean, oh, when Curtis and Jen lost their dog, I mean, that was heart-wrenching as me losing my own pet. And I think it's just the connection that you have with that particular animal or person or job. When you lose a job,
Yes.
like it's all grief, right?
Yes.
It's all grief.
So, folks, we're going to sit here. We can babble on for an hour, but that's not the idea of this show. The idea of this show is about you. So get your comments in, ask your questions. Yes, we will. I was checking. We might even have some pets pop in from the other side. Now, a biggest question I get is what happens to our pets when they cross over. Totally different than a human soul. Human soul goes through a transition when they go back home. Pets, directly. There is no, you've never, ever found a lost soul of a pet. It's just not a thing. Because I believe it was Nancy Jackson that said in her really bad spelling, so I won't put it up, but pets have unconditional love. Well, that's not...
We're not checking spelling here.
I did. Pets have unconditional love. It's unlike me, my love is conditional. All love is conditional with humans. We'll get to that's a whole different Monday.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on. So when pets go home, they go directly home. They actually have, it's a different realm. If we go to the astral realm, they go to the pet astral realm. Two separate spots. Do the souls interact? Yes. When you have a connection to a pet, when you cross over, first thing you're going to notice is your loved ones, your close loved ones that you've lived this lifetime in, will be there to greet you, but your pet souls will also be there to greet you because you have had that connection. They will also interact just like one household will interact with another household on Earth. It's just, it's the easiest way to put it. Now, the biggest thing to remember is, no, you cannot come back as a pet. One of the biggest questions I get is, can I come back as a butterfly? No, you can't come back as a butterfly. You can't come back as a dog or an eagle. Human souls, the souls that incarnate as humans, that's the better way to put it, cannot incarnate as animals. Not on Earth. Impossible. Comments?
It's so sad.
She wants to come back as the
penguin.
She wants to come back as the penguin. Anybody that knows her would know why. Here's a great and we hear this so often, Donna. I totally hear you. It'll be 4 years in December since I had to put my little girl down. I miss her every single day, especially now that I'm by myself. But I did not want to see her suffer anymore. And trust me when I tell you, that's the greatest thing you can do for your pet, is to not let it suffer. A vet once told me it's better to put your pet down a month early than a month late. Or no, that wasn't it. It's better to put your pet down a month early than a day late. We don't want to see our pets suffer. I mean, that would suck. So, yeah, D says, dang. I think D wants to come back as a butterfly. I could see D wanting to be a butterfly.
Yeah, well,
just fluttering
have to
around.
Go back there and change the rules.
You can't change
D and I can change the rules. You
can't change the rules.
We'll decide.
That's funny. But this is a very common comment that we hear. I notice even in your grief group, you have a lot of people that are talking about grieving their pets.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, if you just think about it, if you're living alone and it's just you and your pet, that's your connection. And also, every morning you wake up and your pet is there. Every night you come home, your pet is there. Your pet's, well, mine laid beside me when I studied.
Yes.
So your brain gets used to that. And it's hard to break that neurological pathway of that being there. It's not only a mental process, but it's a physical process, it's a spiritual process, it's all of those things. So there's a lot of hurdles that you have to jump through.
Going through that process.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Ooh, goosebumps. What are you laughing at?
You.
Why?
Because you got goosebumps again.
Lucky?
Lucky?
Is that your pet?
Yeah, that's my cat.
That's your cat. Ooh, you got goosebumps.
That's the one that's my study buddy.
That used to sit with you when you studied.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
when I did my 2 master's degrees? He sat beside me on the bed while I studied, or at the table, or wherever.
At the hockey? No, not at the
Not
hockey
the
rink.
Hockey rink. No.
She did study at the hockey rink, folks. I'm not making shit up.
Table.
At
People
the table.
know that.
Anybody from small town Saskatchewan knows that.
In the car on the way there. Yeah.
Lucky, this is something that is going to come up. Lucky wasn't the soul that was Lucky. Yeah, I said that right. Wasn't the first time you experienced that pet.
Mm.
You had a pet as a child. What pet was that?
Cat. Both
cats. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. My brother and I actually had cats. We each had one. And one day they disappeared. Both of them.
Where'd they go? We don't know. Mom, if you're watching, I didn't say it. I didn't bring it up. It was her. It was her.
I know there was a good reason. But at the time, it was weird because I would dream about that cat at night, and I would wake up in the morning and realize he was gone. And it was a long time. I remember really longing for that cat. It's tough.
It's thus when Lucky came into your life, you connected with Lucky very quickly.
Mm.
Let me rephrase that. Lucky connected with you very quickly.
Yeah.
The reason I'm pointing this out, and the reason Lucky came in the way that Lucky, when you were a child, was it a he or she?
I don't know.
Okay, I think it was a she. Anyway, the reason they wanted to bring that up is it's not uncommon for an animal soul to revisit you in the same lifetime. Very, 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 very rare will we have a human soul visit us in the same lifetime. Doesn't happen. I've learned never to say doesn't, and because my guides are correcting me, because it can happen, but rare that it will happen. But with animals, it's common that we see the same soul sometimes more than twice. They can come back 3 or 4 times to us.
Is that why they have such short lives?
Yes. That's why. That's why they're able to come back. If anybody's ever watched that movie, A Dog's Purpose, I swear that movie was, whoever wrote that movie channeled the movie, channeled the script, because it's as accurate as you could possibly get, the way that dog kept coming back and kept coming back and kept coming back, that same soul. Different dogs, same soul. So
don't watch that movie if you don't want to cry.
Have a whole bunch of these. I mean, if my kids are watching, I cry at commercials. There were shows that made Daddy cry. There were songs that made Daddy was a sap. And yeah, do you want to? Sorry, the air conditioner kicked on, and we can't hear anything when that kicks on. Anyway, um, that show was definitely channeled, and it's really accurate. So if you ever had the experience of having that animal come back twice, or you felt like it, let us know in the chat, and we can kind of delve into it. Now we just sit and wait. I'm not gonna talk until the chat.
Well, our pets teach us things too, right?
Oh yes.
Like, well, they show us unconditional love. And also, I remember Patches being, he was so sick before we put him down. We probably were the ones that waited a little bit too long, but he was still running around, right? That was hard.
Yeah.
But I remember saying goodbye, and I'd never said goodbye to an person or an animal that was dying. Like, I never had that opportunity.
Yes.
Because usually, you're not there.
Yes.
Right. And so it was like, I don't know. I almost want to say like it was a practice in a way, because after I did that, I seen how you can release those emotions as you sit with the person and you embrace like the moment and you're in the present. I seen how that works, and it was the dog that really showed me how that works.
And that dog died before Blaine crossed, but it was close.
Yeah, like in September, and Blaine passed away in October. So
literally a practice. Can we talk about what a person can do? Let's just use a scenario. I've made the decision. I'm going to put my dog down tomorrow. What can we do to lessen that grief, lessen that pain that is inevitably going to come?
I don't know if you want to try to lessen it.
Good. Yeah.
I think you want to meet it head on. I think you want to allow yourself to feel what you're feeling and to stay present in like where you are. So whatever you're doing, to stay in the present moment, not think ahead to tomorrow or think about the past, but stay in the present moment with the people and the animals that you're with. That, I think, is the most important thing. I found myself lots of times trying to avoid situations because they were just too hard. It just hurt too much.
Yeah.
And I think that when you do that, it makes it even harder because you're expending more energy trying to push down all of that emotion rather than just allowing it to.
And that emotion is going to come up sooner or later.
Oh, absolutely.
It might be the next day.
Yeah.
It might be a year down the road. That emotion is going to come and you're going to go, where did that come from?
Yeah. Well, and that's the natural process of grief. So your body knows when it's time to release. And so it'll bring that up for release. And then it's usually our minds that say, nope, not doing that right now. And we just get rid of it. We'll start scrolling on our phone, or we'll.
It's funny because Nancy brings up, just for people know, Nancy is my ex-wife, my kid's mom. And she brings up when we put our dog Nemo down, we called him One-Way Nemo. This was the weirdest dog I ever had. He was a purebred Shih Tzu. And that dang thing, if it got out of the house, it just went. There was no recall on this dog. It was One-Way Nemo. It was quite a comedy routine. he lived till, I don't know, he was 14, I think, maybe even 15. It was a long time. So when we made the decision, yeah, we needed, this was it. The whole family was there, both Jake and Amanda. Where we, and you just brought it up, made an error is afterwards, I took Jake to go and do something, and Amanda went with her friends. So, and we did that to try to make sure they were distracted rather than actually sitting and dealing with that grief at the time. And I noticed it many years later when circumstances had it and they had to try to rehome another dog. That's when that grief came out, because it was like an explosion of grief. As you were talking and you were talking about face it head on, that came to my head at the same time. It was like, we didn't do that. We distracted ourselves. And I'm not dealing with this. I'm going to go distract myself and do this over here. Which
is okay, because sometimes you need to do that, but you always have to go back. Like, I always tell people, if it's not the time right now, if I can't deal with this emotion right now, to put it in a waiting room. And there's a whole process with that.
But you have to go back to that waiting room at some point. But you have
to go back, yes. And you have to be able to talk about that situation and process it. Maybe not even talk about it. It's just, you have to have time to process it, sit with it, write about it, draw. I remember Whitney, when her cats died, and we lived on a farm. So like all the animals,
death
is pretty common.
Yes.
So she would get a picture of her animal and she would put it somewhere. And she had pictures of all of her cats and dogs, and she would draw them and talk about them. And it was a very natural thing for her. More natural than me, actually.
Yeah, right. And she just knew how to process those emotions that were coming through her. And some people are good at it. Other people, not so much.
Well, some of us have had models of how to do it, right?
Explain that.
So I think, we grew up maybe in a society where you didn't take your kids to the funeral.
Yes.
Because you didn't want to expose them to that. And yet, in some cases, I think for me, it was scary not to know what was going on.
Yeah.
Like, we knew everybody was sad, and we knew, that things were not right.
But we didn't talk about it.
But we didn't know exactly what was all happening and how people were, you could see people crying, but then crying was always kind of a bad thing, right? Like, so you're watching people and going, oh God, this is not good. So I wouldn't say that, you have to take your kids to the funeral, but you definitely have to. Oh no, we're celebrating.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know why that's what we're doing that.
Celebration of life.
I don't know what's going on. Where did that come from? Where is that coming from?
Definitely
I pushed something. Show. Hide. There we go. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. That was really weird.
Okay.
For those that are just showing up, this is what we're talking about. How we navigate a deep grief of losing a pet. I am having all kinds of pets coming through, which is really cool. Miss D. I'm going to go back to chat. I know you're listening. You can comment or not, but you had, I don't know if it was, you had a pet. I'm going to leave it as a pet. It was small. Don't forget, pets come goldfish, angelfish, hamsters, gerbils. Some people have pet mice and pet rats.
Snakes,
iguanas. I go on and on. This pet, D, was small. You were young. This pet crossed over. It's come back 3 different times to you now. This is the 3rd time. And I don't remember your cat. Nacho. I just got it really strong. Nacho. Thank you. D, if people can't see the comment, D said, I had a fish. I'm going to do this so people can actually see. There we go. But that covers up your face. That's not good. You're too pretty to be covered up. D said I had a fish when she was a little one. Was that the first time you had to deal with some soul crossing over? They're making me feel like it is. Notice I said the word they. Whenever we people who channel souls, refer to animals, it always seems to be they, because they come in so often and they come boy, girl, just like we do. But this is the only time in this timeline Kevin's going to incarnate. So Kevin's a male. Your fish came back. Again, something else that was small, but not a fish. I want to say like a hamster or something, a rodent. How's that? I don't know if D had pet mice. I hope not, because that would really creep me out, D. Yes, my first experience with grief, flushing my fish down the toilet.
Ooh.
That, you know how common that is? That's literally our first, as children, that's our first real reality of death. We get flushed down the damn toilet. Because how many times we had fish that we just flushed down the toilet because Dad forgot to feed the fish. Yes, the kids went away and I forgot to feed the fish. The fish, yes. Apparently you have to feed angelfish. It's a thing. I'm forgetful. I was even forgetful way back then, hun. D, this soul has come back as that small animal again, and now as Nacho. I love the way they say Nacho. It's not Nacho, it's Nacho. That is so common, folks.
Yeah, and I think, we need to be able to talk to our kids and our loved ones about grief.
Especially our kids.
I think that we kind of shove it under the rug. Well, I know I did, because who wants to talk about that, really?
It's not a fun topic.
Well, I sort of have fun with it now, but not because it's a good thing, but because it helps people, right? It helps to talk about it, because then you can understand the process. If you don't talk about it and you don't get educated about it, it's like you're just wondering if you're normal. You spend the whole time wondering if what you're doing is right or wrong, and you judge yourself, and it all could be avoided if you understand the process.
Somebody out there, I'm going to let you continue, had a puppy named Baxter. Jump into the chat if that was you. That wasn't you.
No.
Good. I didn't want. I was like, good. It wasn't you.
No, it wasn't me.
When we're dealing with a dog or a cat crossing over, I'd love a pet crossing over. If someone came to you and said, Angela, how do I talk to my little ones about this and what they're going through? They might be 6 years old, let's say. Mm-hmm. They lost their pet.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the first thing that I learned, and I think the first thing that we need to teach children, is that it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel happy. It's okay to feel anything that you're feeling. You have a right to your emotions. And I think that, and I still, we all default to this. Like, it's like, don't cry, don't cry. It's okay. Don't cry. You know, that is so automatic. And rather than, you know, because we think, oh, well, you're making a mountain out of a molehill, or
Yes.
yeah. And
a molehill out of a mountain. Yeah, you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
And you're making a bigger deal out of it than it needs to be. But if somebody's making a big deal out of their emotions, then there's emotion there.
Yes.
And what people are generally needing in that moment is for someone to put their arm around them, or give them a hug, or or, you know, acknowledge them where they are, and not say, you know what, you should be over this by now. Like, this is not, you know, stop crying. Let's go play over here. And I mean, I still find myself as a grandma doing that, and I know better. But it's like, you know, you distract them, right? That's how you, yeah.
Shelley's late. Hi, Shelley, you're late.
It's okay.
I'm still looking for somebody who had a puppy named Baxter. I'm 99% sure it's Baxter. It's definitely a B. And then I have another soul. Gosh. I think the nickname was Cooties, or Cooties, something like that. Coo. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I've opened the door and it's really like, holy.
It's there. Hey, I want to mention that if any of you are, because I'm an angel card person, if any of you are pet lovers and you like angel cards, there's actually cards for pets. Like, you can do a reading for a pet with oracle cards.
How cool would that be?
Yeah. Like, somebody's ingenious to think that up. Now, I tried to purchase some and I wasn't very successful.
I think it's harder in Canada, I think we found.
Yeah.
So we had the brilliant idea, we were going to try to figure out how to either.
Well, I thought maybe I'd make my own deck, but you know, that's a tall order.
That's not, it's not, you have to make a deck of cards and go 1 to 52, right?
Gotta find some.
Yeah. That's a tall order. That's years in the making. I was thinking finding that this person who has that deck of cards and seeing if we cannot be the distributor in Canada. Mm-hmm. I think that would be a
easier
cool
than
thing.
Making your own deck.
Way easier than making your own
deck. And I think, you know, when I looked, there were some on Etsy that you could print kind of and do whatever. But yeah, I think that's interesting.
Keep your ears open for what we're.
And if somebody has a deck, let me know.
Yes. So again, I'm looking for somebody who had Baxter. This might have been a cat. I'm not sure. But it's C-O. It's like cooties. It could be even the nickname that you called it. I'm not positive. While we're waiting. Oh, and Hank. Somebody named a dog Hank.
It's a pretty good name.
So there's 3. Baxter, the C word, and Hank. While we're waiting, I'm being advised that to see about you pulling just a regular card. As you pull, I'm going to answer Nancy's question. Nancy has a question. I wonder how Max, our family dog, is. Max is tremendous. Max is actually has been reincarnated, but not with us. He is somewhere else, and loving life again is what I got. So that's the thing about animal souls. When people ask me to connect with their animal souls, sometimes I connect with them and they're among the living, which is really weird. Other times I'll connect with them and they're still over on the other side, but lots of times it'll be they've been incarnated and they're living their best life somewhere else. Or sometimes they're living their best lives with us. I've run into that a few times as well. She says. That's not important. It's that part.
Yeah, nobody can read that. So
no, they can read the Fire Guardian.
The Fire Guardian. Your desires are not unholy. What I'm getting here is that our pets teach us to play, and they teach us how to be in the moment and enjoy the moment they're in.
Yes.
If they're eating their food, they're enjoying eating their food. If they're playing with you, if they're napping, if they're doing whatever, they're enjoying whatever that is. And this card is asking people to connect to that kind of desire and passion for what you're doing in the moment. So if you're washing dishes, do it with passion.
Especially if your dog's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're here to teach us something.
We have a couple people asking about their pets. I am not finding out who Baxter is. Somebody. Maybe it's somebody on the replay that will be watching on the replay. That could happen. Okay, so I'm going to answer the question I'm going to give you what Baxter is putting out. Baxter is home. He's still on the other side. And the love he had for your entire family was important for you to know. There was questions around, was it too early? It wasn't. We touched on that earlier in our in this session. It's never too early when an animal is suffering. I'm going to leave the other two for now because Shelley wants to know how Rosie is doing. There's Chloe. That's the remember I was that's Chloe. Donna. Chloe is amazing. I was trying to come up with a better word than amazing. Still living in the animal realm, doing some important work over there. As my mom always says, souls just don't sit around and play the harp and sing, There's stuff we do over here. Chloe's been very active in her realm. So know that the time she spent with you, although short, and it's always short when we're dealing with an animal, it meant a lot to that soul. Shelley's asking how Rosie is doing. Did I answer that one already?
Nope. Rosie
is doing amazing. No, it was, again, everybody has the same question. No, it wasn't too soon. You're questioning yourself. Tell her to stop questioning herself. I told her when it was time. She's home. Animal souls don't need healing the way we need healing. It's not the same. So when they go home, they're home and they're right back into whatever it is they do in the animal realm. She's funny. She's making it feel like she's peeing on a fire hydrant. That's hilarious. Was Rosie a puppy? Yeah, Rosie was. Or was it a cat? No, it was a puppy. I'm pretty sure.
On a fire hydrant.
I hope it's. Yeah, it better be a cat.
A cat could do that.
A cat could do that too. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
So that's Rosie. Where are we? April. No, we did Shadow. No, we didn't do Shadow. Shadow has been reincarnated already. I'm not sure how long ago Shadow passed, but he's back. Do you have a pet now? I have a feeling that is back with either you or someone close to you. It was a cat that was peeing on the fire hydrant. I think that was their symbol, Shelley, letting me know they were extremely happy. A dog's always happy when he's peeing on a fire hydrant. I think that was a symbolism.
Kevin's a dog guy.
Yes, April.
I'm a cat person.
You do have a pet. Did you get that pet after Shadow crossed? I should do more of these.
Sure.
No, I mean like sessions with just pets coming through.
Yeah.
Because they're different. They're a different soul. We have another dog. Okay, I'm going to wait because I'm for some reason I want to say this soul is either with you now or with somebody close to you. Yes, he went after. This dog that you have now is the same soul. Makes me feel like there wasn't a lot of time in between Shadow crossing you getting another dog. And Shadow wants to acknowledge, every once in a while you'll look at this new dog and you'll go, man, you remind me, you do things like, that's very common because that's the way the dog or the cat or the goldfish is trying to get your attention to say, I'm back. On that show, it was the football. He would always chase the football.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention to what your pets are saying to you. It's important. Treat a pet similar to as you would treat a human. Pets can get energy healing. Just like we can get energy healing, so can pets. They're a soul. Don't be afraid of asking someone who does Reiki to do pet Reiki. They can. It's a thing.
It is a thing. Touch for Health.
Yes.
Is something that they often do with animals, horses.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other one that's big is horses. We never mentioned horses as pets. We don't think of horses as pets when we think of dogs, cats, gerbils, because they're not in the house. But horses you can connect really well to a horse. I've seen it. It's really cool to watch, actually. My niece is very connected to her horse. When she goes to see her horse comes out of the stall and smiles. It's bizarre. Okay, here we go. I was waiting for some kind of confirmation. Shadow was my daughter's best friend. Now Harrison is her guardian. Makes total sense. We knew this, though. Mm. It's just so prevalent. Like when you know, you freaking know. It's just simple. Nelson, how are you, buddy? I've been waiting for you to show up. Charlie spends a lot of... Oh, I'm going to put it up. Charlie spends a lot of time by my slippers, by my door, as if he's a guardian and by my bed. What do they do when they're not hanging out by you? Are they playing with other animals or do they hang around your home most of the time? No, most of the time they're in the astral realm where they belong, doing whatever it is they do over there. I've never got a straight answer, especially from pets. I'm starting to figure out what we do over in our realm slowly. Pets are different. They're a different soul. So they spend most of their time, believe it or not, over there. We have learned recently our soul never really leaves the astral realm. This is going to go really deep. So a pet soul never really leaves the astral realm. It comes, I don't even know how to explain it. Yeah, my mind went blank. It's like a piece of them comes with us.
Well, the way I understand it is that a piece of your soul is here on earth with your body, but the rest of your soul, which is a lot more of it, is out
there.
There.
Yes. So to answer your question, What do they do when they're not around us? They have tons of stuff they do. And Charlie number one says to you, "Don't worry, I keep busy." And just the way he said makes me say it is, "Don't worry, I keep busy." I can just see this dog. It's just such a adorable puppy. So this is a perfect example, folks, of somebody that absolutely loves their pets. We all love our pets. Nelson, I'm sorry, but Nelson takes it to a different level with his pets. That's his family. That's his, and Charlie was his family, just like Stormy was my family, right? And that grief is real.
Yeah, it is.
You have another card.
Yeah, well, there's another message coming up about staying in the flow of life. You know, our pets don't get worked up about anything really. They just go with the flow. Whatever's happening, they go with it. And that can be something that we can learn from them about how easy life can be when we let go of fear and control and we just go with the moment. And they're actually just so happy doing whatever.
Yes. It's funny when you say that, because it reminds me of pets are capable of unconditional love. Humans aren't. And it's kind of a silly joke, but easy way to tell is lock your girlfriend, wife, and your dog in your trunk and leave them for 4 hours. Come back and open the trunk. Your pet is probably going to jump into your arms and kiss you. I don't think your wife will. Unconditional love. That is literally how it works. Animals have that unconditional love, and they will show it over and over and over. All you got to do is look into a puppy's eyes, look into your kitty cat, really have a horse connect with you eye to eye, and even a cow, they will connect with you on a different level. They have that unconditional love. It's cool. Why anybody would want to come back as a cow, we're not really sure. Because cows are...
Whitney is, well, we used to call her the cow whisperer.
Yes.
She connected with all our cows. She had names for a lot of them, and she could get on their back and ride them. Like she was, yeah.
And this is a cow-calf production, folks. This wasn't just a couple cows in a hobby farm. They had hundreds of cows.
She had her favorites.
That's funny. Anything else that we need to bring up?
No, I think just to let people know that if you're still grieving over a pet and people are telling you that
you're being silly,
you're why do I want to say like milking it? That's a terrible way to put it.
But it's true. I've heard people say, are you still milking that? Like, stop being a prima donna. You're being overly dramatic. You're being a drama queen.
Yeah. The grief is real.
Yes.
And but the cool thing is that grief, the approach to grief is the same no matter what kind of grief it is. So it doesn't matter if you've had a divorce and you're grieving that, or if you've lost your job and you're grieving that, or if you've had any kind of change in life and you're grieving that. It is the same process, the same tools that we use to help you through that, even though everybody's journey is individual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carrie Young pipes in, and I think she's saying Sam and Willie, strong side and weak side, 19 and 15. Love those pups and miss them. Both of them are still over in the astral realm. They come to you. I don't know if you feel them around you. Their soul actually comes to you on a regular basis, Carrie. Just that comfort. And a lot of times it'll be you doing that motion. It's like, I swear to God, I just saw a dog walk by me. What was that? Or a cat. Pups. She said pups, so it was a dog. And they just did it. They just showed how they will walk by and make it look like a shadow of a dog walking by. Pay attention to those signs. I had a session with somebody today, and he had lost a mentor. And I'm like, do you ever get that? Like, you're looking over your shoulder? And he goes, it was happening all day today. And I'm like, he was getting your attention. We don't pay attention to the signals they're giving us. So, Carrie, really pay attention when you see that. Call them. You'll be amazed what comes to your brain. And on that note, I think we can end it on that one.
Sure.
No, you got more?
No, I just want people to know that no matter what your grief is, we can move through it.
Yes.
It's not something that you need to do forever. You certainly get to have your timeline and take your time with that. But when you're ready, we're here to help you.
Yes. If you want to get hold of Angela from Awaken Your Soul's Journey, sorry, I'm just going to pull this up. There we go. You can check her out at healingenergy.world. You can find her on Facebook at Angela Clement. You can find her page. Awaken Your Soul's Journey is your Facebook page. Mm-hmm. What about your Instagram and all those?
Instagram is a Clement VM. Just because.
VM stands for Val Marie,
Yeah.
Just so in case you're wondering. You can find me all across the platforms at Kevin the Medium. If you want to book a session with the two of us, we call it Healing Hearts. Why do we call it Healing Hearts? Because that's what we do. We help people going through that grief process, and we work with them and give them hope.
Yes.
Is that a good word?
Yeah.
We give them hope to be able to say, it's not over. Mm-hmm. You're just going through this process. Just like any other process that we go through as humans, we're going through a process. That one is very special to both of us. So if you want to book a session, go to healingenergy.world and click on the sessions, I think it says, and you'll find it there. If you want to book a session with me, go to kevinthemedium.ca, or you can just go to Facebook and you'll find me there. You can also book a healing session, plural, with Miss Angela. She does amazing work. You can, anybody I've talked to that has been to either one session or more with her, just praise what they feel. So
if you want a little sample of that, I did healing yesterday on a summit, and they're running replays this week of that. And so you could tap into that one.
Oh,
yeah. So just send me a message and I'll send you the link.
Okay. It's a link that you'd have to send them.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Somebody else commented, and I just want to see. Thank you for all of, yes. Anything else that we need to talk about?
No.
In November, we're planning something really special. Just a hint. It's going to be cool. Keep your ears open. November 21st, to be exact. It'll be fun. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a real cool experience. Pay attention. It will be a big one. And with that, folks, until next week, keep in touch. If you have questions, reach out. And don't forget, go to Dear Universe. I almost said Dear Abby again. Go to Dear Universe the Facebook page. Join our Facebook page if you haven't already, but ask questions there. That's where we get most of our questions for this show. Or if you're a little shy and you really don't want to post there, you can message us your questions, because you guys, this is your show. We just facilitate it. That's a big word. I almost screwed that word up, but I got it out okay. Folks, till next week, next Monday. We will be doing this next Monday.
Yep.
Okay. Take care. Talk to you soon.
Bye.